So let's create a calculator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So first thing we need is a program, and we are having one. So let's import JS file in this, and let's add attribute differ to let it execute at the end. And now let's create an input tag to take the input one, means number one. And let's give it ID of num1. Then let's add a drop down kind of select box using select tag for selecting arithmetic operators, and give it a name and ID of operations. And in options we're gonna give arithmetic operators like add, subtract, multiply and divide. And then again let's add input tag for taking number 2 as input. And now at the last let's add a button to, which is gonna have a value of calculate, and when we're gonna click on that, the operation of calculation is gonna get performed. And let's give it ID of btn. And here in script file, let's import all these elements by their IDs. Okay, so we can use anything, document.query selector or document.get element by ID. I'm using query selector in this case, and let me get all these elements. Okay, so now let's create a variable name operation to define which operation we are performing now. And here in index.html, actually we can add a default kind of operation. So the user need to change this, and we can easily add the event listener of change on operations. So now here in JS file, let's add a event listener on operations of change. And in here we are gonna assign the operation variable, the value that user the operation that on user have clicked. And after this we are gonna add event listener on button of click. And pass a function. In this function, first thing that's gonna happen is it's gonna create a equation and variable named eq, and the equation will be like, first the number one, the value of number 1, and then the operation, and then the value of number 2. And here in JavaScript there is a function called eval that helps in evaluating strings, so we are going to use that to evaluate this as it is a string. And now we can start it, and we can see and in console we can this calculator is working now. For example, let's write 56 and 4 in another text box, actually number box, and then we are gonna add this, and we have got 60 in the console. And when we are subtracting it, we are getting 52, and multiplying it, 2 to 4. And this is how we have created a simple calculator.